Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining and welcome back. Our guest today is a very good friend, Bart Brands. Bart is a precious metal specialist at Gold Republic and a certified security intelligence professional. Bart, welcome back, sir.
Thank you, Ivan, for having me again. It's a very special time we're living in. So yeah, it's good to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you back on. I want to get you on to talk about everything that's happening in the gold and silver markets, the stock market as well, and the economy. First, let's start
Yep.
off with gold and silver. What is going on? For one day you're having massive upswings, one day you're having massive downswings. Now we're back up again. What are your thoughts on everything?
Yeah, of course, Ivan. I really want to reflect on the $100,000 for 1 kilogram of gold because I know in the stateside, North America, you don't use the metric system in the way that we do.
Right.
But we did see $100,000 for 1 kg, 1 kilogram of gold. So I think that was historic because it shows you that while gold is doing what it's doing, and it reached six figures when measured in dollars per kilogram. If we measure it in euros per kilogram, we rose to 93,000, which of course is also a spectacular all-time high.
Yeah.
And then what happened was the tariffs that Trump announced. And so we've seen a slight, I would say, slight pullback in gold. The dip was around 6 to 7% when measured in euros per kilogram. Silver was massacred, of course, as you know. We lost 15% in 2 days.
Yeah, that's pretty
But I
crazy.
think, but I think that's part and parcel for silver. So everybody who's been in this space for more than a couple years, they know that silver can react this way. That's why I always say, if you want to invest in silver, be prepared for these types of moves. I think they are a part of owning silver.
Yeah.
And I also think that if you have the fortitude and if you have the philosophy that silver is money, that silver is almost as special as gold, and if you look at the history of silver and the role that it played in human history, and human civilization, that these pullbacks are reasons well, to celebrate because you can stack more ounces cheaper. And so that's what I've been doing the last couple of days. I've just been adding to my silver stack, and then of course we also have stocks because the stock market lost. I think in the last week, the stock market lost 6 trillion dollars in value.
Six
I always
trillion.
say
How
that's
crazy is that?
yeah, yeah. So 6 trillion in a couple of days. Of course, now we see the reversal,
Yeah.
and because Trump said he's going to extend the implementation of the tariffs for 90 days, only China is now under tariffs of 125%. He announced this morning. And well, in the whole world, we see an enormous reversal in stock market. Also in precious metals markets, we saw that last night as well. That gold, even though it was already going up again, and let me just show you this. This is my own gold. I
Wow.
always love to show this, right? This is 1 ounce of gold.
Yeah, look how nice that is.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Also want to show the guys, all the viewers, this is a beautiful
Oh, the
silver coin,
maples.
the maple leaf. Yeah, one of
Yeah.
my favorites, I
Yeah,
would
me
say.
too. Me too. It just I don't know, it just looks good.
Always looks beautiful. But yeah, so we've seen an enormous stock market reversal as well. I think these moments are where we separate the seasoned investor from either people that get scared or people that haven't been in the markets long enough. So you could say the men from the boys.
As you know, I'm a big fan of gold and silver, so I can't think of a better platform to partner with than Gold Republic. Gold Republic sells and stores physical precious metals in a simple, secure, and safe way with a buyback guarantee. You can access your portfolio 24/7 via their unique app, which is available for iOS and Android. And the best thing is, I can give you a 20% discount on the transaction fees with the code SILVER20. The link is in the description below. Check them out.
And what I told my audience, anyways, was to see these dips as opportunities,
Yeah.
opportunities to if you are if you believe in the proposition, the fundamental proposition of value stocks or gold, silver, maybe some cryptocurrencies, then these are the moments that you could extend your position in those types of stocks, in perhaps some of the companies that you really believe in. But overarching, my fundamental analysis hasn't changed. And that means we are headed for recession. If we're not in one yet, then we're going to be in one pretty soon. And I think it's going to be a rough one as well because interest rates are still pretty high up there. Of course, in Europe, we see the European Central Bank cutting interest rates in rapid sessions. So this or next week, they will probably cut interest rates with another 25 basis points, which brings us to, I believe, 2.25% interest rate. But in the United States, I think this recession will force Jerome Powell and the Fed to cut interest rates as well. Yeah, this recession that's coming, I think, is going to be a pretty rough one. So that's what my fundamental analysis says. That doesn't mean that these short-term this short-term volatility isn't a reason or an opportunity to make sure that you're balanced and you're prepared for the recession that's coming.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more with you, Bart. Now, a lot of people are, looking for advice, and there's so many new silver and golds stackers in this community around the world. What would you say to them right now in such times of uncertainty and people are trying to, save all the money they can and protect their purchasing power? What would you say to the new silver and gold stacker, right now watching you?
Well, first of all, you have to stack. There is no other option. If you aren't invested, it doesn't matter. Like I told your audience earlier, it doesn't matter what the price is. You have
Yeah.
to be invested in gold and silver. If you see these opportunities, use them. Stay liquid as well, because liquidity is going to be useful in the coming period of time, I think. Because if we go into a recession, stocks, even precious metals could dip quite severely. We've seen that in the last couple of recessions, for example, during the corona pandemic, gold and silver lost 30%.
Right.
So and I think that's a reason to always have some liquidity on the side as well to either use these opportunities, but also, of course, just have some liquidity on the side for emergencies. But if you're just now starting to stack, I would say keep stacking, stack hard, and make sure that you're invested in the markets because the time that is coming is, I think it's going to be pretty severe. The recession that is heading our way is going to be a severe recession. You see it in the housing prices in the United States, but now even in the Netherlands. And our housing market is crazy. It's highly manipulated. There are tons of reasons to think that the housing market in the Netherlands is, for example, a house that is just 100 meters across the border in Germany could be half the price of a house that is exactly the same, but on the border side of the Netherlands
Yeah, that's crazy.
because of the way that the housing market in the Netherlands is structured. So I think, but if even in the Netherlands the housing prices are dropping, that is, I think, a severe indicator that something is fundamentally wrong. And
Yeah.
those fundamentals are starting to show themselves. I know that in the United States, especially in some of the, for example, in Florida, housing prices are severely under pressure, minus 5, 10, 15% already. So I think the recession that is coming could be it could be a great financial crisis type of recession.
Absolutely. And a lot of people are talking about the tariffs. Is it a smart move by Trump to put it on China? Will things get more expensive? How will it affect the economy moving forward? What are your thoughts on the tariffs that Trump's putting on?
Well, I think it's really hard to say. I know that there are voices that are saying, for example, we don't need an internal revenue service.
Yeah.
Income taxes will be cut. I think that could be a way to restructure your entire tax system.
Yeah.
And that could be very beneficial for everybody in the United States that's paying taxes. If you then levy tariffs and people have to pay through higher prices for products that are imported, that could also be beneficial for the United States because producers will flock towards the United States to avoid those tariffs. And so I'm not sure what the long term game here is.
Right.
Um, we've seen in the past that tariffs or trade restrictions can benefit a country for a while. Um, but on the other hand, I think financial warfare or trade wars only have losers. So that's
Yeah.
my broader idea about that is that if you have trade wars, you will lose either way.
Yeah. Hello, my fellow silver and gold stacker. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching the channel. Subscribe, please like the video, and also hit the notification bell. Keep stacking. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with you. Now, Bart, before you go, I'd really love for people to connect with you. I'm going to put your links in the description below, but where can people find you? Where can they follow you? Where can they, find Gold Republic?
Of course, yeah, we are a Dutch-based, Amsterdam-based company that has over 70,000 customers. We have 800, almost 800 million euros under custody.
Wow.
By far the biggest gold and silver seller in the country. We have a website, goldrepublic.com. Also, of course, Dutch spoken, but also English spoken content, customer service. So you can find us there. We have our own YouTube channel, the Gold Republic YouTube channel. So please follow us there, and you can follow us on Instagram as well, and follow me as well on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, no,
I'm very active on Twitter.
nice. No, I'm gonna put the links in the description below. Everyone
Thanks, man.
watching, I highly,
Thanks.
highly recommend to go check out Bart. And as always, everyone, or the youth or everyone watching right now, please protect yourself because, it's almost like you don't know what's around the corner, especially in these uncertain times. But Bart, I want to thank you so much and love to have you back on in the future.
I'm always happy to help, and thank you, Ivan.
Talk to you soon.